The story of Barack Hussein Obama II is not merely a chronicle of political ascent. It is a profound narrative of identity, the power of community, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. To understand the man who would eventually occupy the highest office in the world, one must look back to the crossroads of his youth, a journey that began in the lush landscapes of Hawaii and the vibrant streets of Indonesia. Born in 1961 to a Kenyan father and a mother from Kansas, Barack grew up navigating a complex web of cultures and expectations. This early exposure to a diverse world didn't just shape his worldview, it instilled in him a unique ability to bridge divides, a skill that would later become his political trademark. His childhood was marked by a search for belonging, a quest beautifully detailed in his later writings, where he sought to reconcile his heritage with his American reality. As a young man, Obama was driven by an insatiable intellectual curiosity and a burgeoning desire for social justice. After attending Occidental College and Columbia University, he didn't head straight for the lucrative world of corporate law. Instead, he chose a path less traveled by Ivy League graduates. He moved to the south side of Chicago to work as a community organizer. It was here, amidst the shuttered steel mills and struggling neighborhoods, that his true education began. He learned that change doesn't happen from the top down, but from the bottom up. He spent his days listening to the grievances of the marginalized and his nights strategizing on how to empower them. This period was the crucible in which his leadership was forged. He realized that while one person can make a difference, a community working in unison can move mountains. The partnership that defined a movement. In the midst of his organizing work, life took a pivotal turn in 1989 at the law firm of Sidley Austin. It was there he met Michelle Robinson, a brilliant and formidable lawyer who would become his North Star. Their marriage in 1992 was the union of two intellectual powerhouses, but more importantly, it was the start of a partnership built on mutual respect and shared sacrifice. Michelle was more than a spouse. She was his moral compass and his most honest critic. As Barack moved from the world of community organizing to the Illinois State Senate, it was Michelle who maintained the stability of their home, allowing him to pursue a vision that many deemed impossible. Together, they navigated the challenges of a young family while balancing the growing demands of public service, proving that a strong foundation at home is the prerequisite for a successful life in the public eye. The world truly took notice of Barack Obama in 2004. Standing on the stage of the Democratic National Convention, he delivered a keynote address that electrified the nation. In a time of deep political polarization, he spoke of a United States rather than a collection of red and blue territories. His words weren't just a speech, they were a clarion call for a new kind of politics, one rooted in empathy rather than enmity. This moment propelled him into the U.S. Senate and set the stage for a presidential run that would defy every convention of American politics. His 2008 campaign became a grassroots phenomenon, fueled by the slogan, "Yes, we can." It was a movement that transcended race, age, and class, ignited by a man who looked like the future of a globalized world. Leadership under the greatest pressure. When Barack Obama was inaugurated as the 44th President of the United States on January 20, 2009, he inherited a nation on the brink of economic collapse and embroiled in two foreign wars. His presidency was a masterclass in resilience and pragmatic idealism. From the passage of the Affordable Health Care Act, which extended health care to millions who had long been ignored, to the daring mission that brought justice to the architect of 9/11, his tenure was defined by high-stakes decision-making. Yet, through the intense scrutiny and the often obstructive political climate, he maintained a sense of dignity and grace. He and Michelle transformed the White House into a people's house, making a conscious effort to mentor the next generation and championing causes like education for girls and veteran support through the Joining Forces initiative. Beyond the legislation and the global summits, Obama's impact was deeply cultural. He showed a generation of children, particularly those of color, that their dreams were valid and their potential was limitless. His presidency was a living testament to the idea that in a democracy, the most important title is not president, but citizen. Even after leaving the Oval Office in 2017, his commitment to service did not waver. Through the Obama Foundation, he shifted his focus toward developing the next generation of leaders around the world. He understood that his legacy wouldn't be written in stone, but in the hearts and minds of those he inspired to take up the mantle of leadership. His post-presidential years have been dedicated to civic engagement, climate advocacy, and the continued pursuit of a more perfect union. The sunset of a titan, a legacy of integrity. As the chapters of his life continued to unfold, Barack Obama transitioned into the role of a global elder statesman. His life's work became a blueprint for how to lead with intellect and heart. He remained a constant advocate for the truth in an era of misinformation, using his platform to promote democratic values and international cooperation. His journey, which began with a young boy looking out at the Pacific Ocean, evolved into a life that reshaped the geopolitical landscape. The Obama era will be remembered not just for the policies enacted, but for the tone of civility he brought to the global stage. He taught us that leadership is not about the exercise of power, but the empowerment of others. In the hypothetical twilight of such a monumental life, the story of Barack Obama concludes as it began, with a focus on family and the enduring power of hope. His transition from the physical world to the pages of history would be marked by a national period of reflection on a life well lived. He would be remembered as a man who faced the storms of history with a calm hand on the tiller and a firm belief in the goodness of people. His death would not be an end, but a transition of his spirit into the collective consciousness of the world he helped build. Barack Obama's life proves that while leaders are temporary, the ideals they champion, justice, equality, and the audacity of hope, are eternal. He lived as a bridge builder, and he remains an icon for anyone who dares to believe that the world can be better than it is.